So welcome to the call tonight. We are going to be doing the GirlBoss Nation call for the next 5 weeks. And this is kind of like our team call, but it's mostly for the Team Cup teams. And you're all on a Team Cup. Hang on, I got to let my husband know that we're on a call so he doesn't call me. Lack of communication, it's wonderful. So we are recording now, and I'm super excited to have y'all on here and kind of talk about some things that I learned while I was at Summit. Buy your ticket, go to Summit. That's all I got to say. Because it was an experience. There, you will not sleep, but it was an experience. I learned so many things about not necessarily the business, because there was a lot like I already knew, but mostly just about how to get myself out there and get my story out there. And the first thing that we learned was fitness first. Your journey comes before anyone else's. When you stop working on yourself, then you are not able to help others do what they need to do. And that was something that kind of was like, oh, because, you know, when you get in this place and you have people under you and you have people in your challenge groups that you feel like are looking up to you, you feel this immense pressure to put on some kind of persona of like, I've got this, like I'm successful at this, and y'all, I have been successful at it. I mean, I've lost weight and I've won the freaking Beachbody Challenge thing, and like I've been successful at it. But finding success doesn't give you a out. It doesn't mean you just get to put on coast. And that's kind of what I had done. And I told myself, like, you accomplished all of these things, so you can just stop. Wrong. Let's try this again. Same thing with being, you know, certain rank as a coach. Like I got to Diamond and I was like, well, I mean, that's good. Most people don't make it here, so high five me. But seeing the leaderboard and seeing that they're only like past probably 3-star Diamond, there are only about at max 70 people that are in each subgroup above that. In 8, 9, 10-star, there were about 6 to 12 people apiece. Like hardly anyone, because people stop and they don't push themselves. And we are in a Team Cup this month because I'm going to challenge you to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. I'm going to challenge you to talk to more people and have genuine conversations. And here's the deal. It's not about rank. It is not about rank. It is about finding those people that are like you, that needed exactly what you needed when I reached out to you. Where were you at? What were you struggling with? What were things going on in your life? It's about learning to talk to those people and gravitate them towards you. Because the one thing I think we do a really good job about is not necessarily getting 100% real with ourselves and putting on this front of like, you know, we got life handled. And I've seen a lot of posts from a lot of y'all that say, you know what, today I ain't handling it, you know. My big girl panties, they are nowhere to be found because I just don't want to deal. And that's okay. You would not believe how many women told me this week that they are so happy that I'm normal. Like, am I that bad? Do I do that bad of a job of sharing what my real life is like? You can't do that? I understand. It just made me stop and question how I come across on social media, because the last thing I want is to be unreachable. It's for people to feel like I am so perfect and I am so right about things that they just can't relate. That is the very last thing that I want. So a couple of things to think about, to start getting your story out there. I promise this is all going to run together. Just hang with me. If you have your pen, I want you to make 3 columns on your paper. And on the first top of your column, I want you to write what is normal about you. So what is normal about you? You do laundry, you do dishes, you go to work every morning. What are other normal things? You have a toddler. Whatever's normal about your life. And then I want you to, in the second column, write down what have you overcome. Some of the stories I heard this weekend would have blown your mind. My own stories that I don't share with people because I'm insecure about them, or because I like to call myself emotionally constipated. I don't like to deal with things. So I know you're all laughing. So I just don't like to go to that place where I have to process those emotions. It has caused so much conflict within my marriage because I don't like to talk about things. And when Katie's feeling the feels, we just pretend like it's not happening and we move on, which I think is why so many people look at me and say, man, she just got it all together. No, I don't deal with it. It's not healthy. So in the last column, I want you to write down what makes you special or unique. What is something about you that is unique to just you? Other people don't really have that going on for them. Maybe it's a special gift you have. Maybe it's your job title. Maybe it's something that you do in your spare time. Whatever it is, what's unique about you? Let's see. Get out of here. Y'all, the struggle is real over here in toddler land. It is blowing my mind today. It's crazy. So point out some of the different changes in your life in a genuine way. You want to come across. I'm going to challenge you for the rest of the year to be as genuine and authentic about your life as you can. Pause just a second. Hold on.
Can anybody hear me right now? What were the 3 columns? I have what was normal, what was unique.
What have you overcome?
Overcome.
And then what makes you special or unique?
That's why I love this team. Y'all just take charge. Love it. Okay, so point out the changes in your life in a genuine way. Talk about being normal. People want to hear from normal people. I got the most reaction that I've ever had on a post, and it was of me laying on top of all the laundry that I had to fold and put away. Like, people sympathize with that, and they're like, yeah, this struggle is real. Being real about your life. I know I keep saying real, and it's like, what is that? But an excellent example, Alyssa's sitting here with a Shakeology cup, and she's drinking Shakeology. Hi. But it's not all about Shakeology. I find myself either going to the extreme and posting about it every day or not posting about it at all. So it's finding that happy medium of sharing about it without making it the full, frontal of everything you're doing. Because yes, it's amazing. Yes, it's superfoods. Yes, you feel so much better. Yes, you don't have some of the issues that you struggle with. But what led to that? And why is it changing the way that you see your health for the future? Why has it maybe changed the health of, a family member? Or for me, it's changed a lot of things. Why? Let's see. What else? There's so many good nuggets. So in the month of August, we're doing the Team Cup. Team Cup is like thebomb.com because this is the time to lay your fear aside and just go for it. And the one question that was asked that stuck to me so hard was, what if you couldn't fail? What if there was no chance to fail at this? Many of you have been a coach on my team for almost the entire time that I've been a coach. What has kept you coming back? What has kept you for being consistent, even though maybe things haven't gone the way that you thought they would or they should? Maybe you did really good for a while and did not so good for a while. Y'all, I calculated how much I've made taking out Shakeology for both of my accounts and my business fee. I am in the hole for what I'm spending on this business. And I just have to keep asking myself, why am I still here? Why do I keep coming back for this? Why am I so relentless about making this work? Why? Because that's the biggest question you have to answer this month. Why do you have to have this work for you? We all talked about it on the last call, about our goals and where we wanted to be in December, and you just have to keep visualizing that. And this week, Scotty Hobbs, he's one of the top male coaches, one of the only top male coaches in Beachbody, told a story about having a man cold. And I retold this when we had we came all back together and we were talking about it, and it made me ugly cry because it hit so hard with my why. Many of you know that, I want to bring my husband home. I want to make the kind of income that he's making. Actually, I want to make more because I want to be like, see, told you. But that's part of it. I want to be able to give him the opportunity to be home every night. And when I got home on Sunday, he looked at me and he said, we're screwing our kid up. We're messing her up because of all of the back and forth, and because mama's here one day and daddy's here another day. He's like, this isn't healthy for her. And it was just like, you know, shot to the heart. Just it killed me. But the story was he was home from work because he had a man cold. We know what that's like. And he got to get his little girl off the bus. Quit laughing at me, Jamie. He got to get his little girl off the bus. And he said just her face when she saw him was just, she just lit up. And he said, I knew it at that moment. That was it. I was never going back. I lost my like, I was ugly crying in a group of about 8,000 people, just, you know, crying because that hits so hard with what I want for my child and for my children. I want them to be able to see their dad get them off the bus or take them to school or be at school functions. You know, I want him to have that opportunity and that freedom. So that's it. Now, you have your vision. You have your why. You have the realness about your life. All of this stuff is in your what do you want to call it? I don't know. It's locked and loaded, ready to go. You got it. It's at your right hand. You're ready to do this. Are you prepared to be a CEO? Are you prepared to take on the things that are not sexy about this job? Messaging people when it's uncomfortable. Putting yourself out there when you would just rather go to bed. Dealing with hateful people that are going to send you awful messages because they're sucky people in this world. But then there's going to be that one person that says, thank you so much for what you do. Because if it was not for you, I would not be motivated to get up every morning and walk 30 minutes. Or I would not be motivated to get up and to go to work and to smile because I know that my day is going to be greater than my circumstances. You're going to have that one person, then you're going to have two people, and then you're going to have 2,500 people in a group that message you randomly and tell you that something you have said has changed their life, has changed their marriage, has changed the way that they think about themselves. You're going to have that, and I want you to have that, but it starts here. It starts now. My goal this month is to bring in as many points as possible, and it's not because I want to win a stupid skateboard or a t-shirt or whatever. It's because I want to prove to myself that I am worth and I have what it takes to help change other people's lives. This month, we are going to focus on our challengers. If you are not talking to people already, you need to be talking to people. You put your sparkle out there, you put your call to action out there, now freaking do something about it. Voice message people on Facebook in the Messenger app. I've been doing that since yesterday. I probably messaged about 50 people. Amazeballs response. Like, never had feedback like this ever before. People just like, oh my gosh, I love that message. I didn't even know you could do that on Facebook Messenger. How awesome. Do it. Get out of your comfort zone, send some messages, and tell people, you know, what you're excited about. If it's challengers that you've worked with before, people that have been in your free groups before, reach out to them and say, listen, I had a setback. Something happened in life. I know you probably understood that. Yes, it only lets you do a minute at a time. It will cut you off. So like really think about what you're going to say before you say it. Or prepare to send multiple messages. But reach out to them and say, listen, something happened, life happened. I'm sure you understand about that. I am serious about starting and going forward. I am serious about making this a priority. Are you on board? Do you need help? Have you finished a program? Where are you at? If somebody you worked with before, say, I'm here. I know that I've been gone for a little bit, but I'm back in action. I want to see your measurements. I want your before pictures. I want you to tell me your goals, and I want us to start over together. Require that they send those things to you because you cannot do your job as a coach if you don't know where they're at physically. If you don't know, like goals are great, but if they physically are not checking in, you don't know how to help them. You don't know if they need to tweak their nutrition, maybe create a new workout schedule for them. You don't know how to help them. So that's important. So, with that said, I want you to work on being consistent this month. Every single day, I want you to try to power hour in some way. I want you to post at least 3 times a day. I want you to do maybe not necessarily a workout post, but some kind of health, fitness, some kind of post. I want you to do an encouraging post. I want you to do a lifestyle post. And by lifestyle, I mean something that is original to your life. I don't want to see like country heat's coming out, whatever. I don't want to see that. I want to see something that's original to your life. Alyssa's a new mom. she's got a new baby. I want to see something about her working out with her son, and she always posts about that stuff because that's who she's talking to. Jamie, you got 4 kids. I want you to start sharing about how being a single mom and taking care of 4 kids is hard as crap. And you know what? You're bossing at it anyway. Christian, you're the busiest person I've ever met in my entire life. Like, you make me look lazy. And I want you to start sharing about that because people relate to that. Tiffany, you work and you've got 3 kids all over the place, and you just, like, a lot of people know you. We have a lot of people in common. A lot of people didn't know that you were a coach. That's something, you know, start sharing about the little nuggets. If you've got a toddler, share about her craziness. I'm going to start. I think I do a good job of sharing this one's craziness anyway. So this is the last thing, and then I'll answer questions because I know y'all have questions about how to message people, and I saw that, and I did a little research on that for y'all. But something that I was listening to, and I just did a live video about, was what is stopping you from achieving the things that you feel led to do? What's putting a hold on your life? For many of us, we have financial goals. But financial goals don't happen on their own. They require us to get out of our comfort zone, to reach out to more people, to be authentic, and to be okay with people saying, well, I just, you know, it's probably one of those pyramid scheme things. You've got to be the difference, and you've got to show them that you're not. Sorry, y'all. Pop that. So, So, okay, here's the quote. I'm trying to remember it. Hold on. Okay, here. Hold on. Multitasking. All right, so the quote was, the bigger the destiny and the bigger the enemy. When you step into what you are doing, which is where you're at now, good Lord. When you step into what you're doing, which is now, because the time is now, seize the moment, or whatever that saying is, you're going to start facing opposition. This week, I have never been challenged as hard as I have. Tiffany was there. She saw it. There was a lot of character coming out in Katie. A lot of things, a lot of just pin-up emotions, a lot of things that I didn't realize really scared me, but they did. Being at that super workout, as anxious as I was, I about lost it, for real. So many people, so many, like, lack of sleep, so much estrogen, let's put it that way. It was just a lot. And I did not handle myself well. I didn't realize that it was going to get that crazy, but it did. And it's something I'm embracing now, because the more I speak about it, the more that I face that, I feel like the more I'm going to have people say, yeah, me too. Yeah, like, it's crazy. Like, it's embarrassing is what it is. But I know that there's other people that deal with that. What is stopping me from being where I need to be is not anyone. It's not anything. It's me. It's being afraid of what's going to happen. It's not believing that I can do it. I mean, I have a vision. I know where I want to go, but it's not believing that I'm capable of doing that. It's looking at the people that walked across this stage last week and saying, yeah, I'm going to be there. Do I believe that I actually have what it takes to be there? Or am I just like, yeah, I'm going to be there, like, whatever, you know? It's a passive mindset instead of having an active mindset saying, yeah, I'm going to be there. And as soon as I get back, this is what I'm going to do. As soon as I